record. I got everyone who turned in a rough draft, I have your rough draft uploaded into Now Comment. So for those of you that did the peer editing for the scholarship essay, you should be familiar with Now Comment. And for those of you that don't remember or that did not do the peer editing in the scholarship essay, I can do a quick review. If you still need to sign up for Now Comment or did not accept my invite the last time, please let me know like as soon as possible, because this is part of your grade for the research paper. Actually, you know what? Let me double check. I think I can see. I think I can. Oh, come on. Everything's going so slow this morning. Okay, let's see. All right, so I have, okay, so this will be okay. Nicole, Sebastian, Jaden, Haley, Evelyn, Angel, Eli, Kendall, Gracie, Jared, Will, and Brianna are all in there. So I need to add a couple people because they were not here last time. Okay, was there anyone's name? So I got Bree, Will is not, Jared, Gracie, Kendall, Eli, Angel, Evelyn, Bailey, Jaden, Sebastian, Nicole, Kayla, and Sophia. Anyone I did not call? It's not in here. Okay. And then let's see. I think that's the only person I need to add on here. Okay, so you should all have access to Now Comment. Do you all remember that? Do you all remember that website? The Now Comment. Okay. Do you also have? So you will log into that website, and you should be able to see how to. You should be able to see. I'm going to assign you a person. I've already got the list made out. I spent about an hour trying to figure out like the best way to do this and to figure out who should look at whose paper and things like that, because I did this. I have a reason. There's a rhyme and a reason for whose paper you're looking at and who's looking at whose paper and et cetera, et cetera. So please, there is a method to my madness. Okay. Yes, you will know whose paper you're looking at. Everyone's name is on their paper and things like that. So when you go in, you should be able to see, there should be able to see, if I'm hopefully if everything works out the way that I want it to be, you should be able to see the research papers or a folder that says research papers. No, you will not, because it's not in the right folder. Oh my goodness. I'll fix it. But you'll see everyone's paper in there. And when you open it up, let me share the screen. Sorry, I'm not even sharing my screen. I'm sorry, I'm doing stuff and you guys can't see what I'm doing. So you will see everyone's paper here. Okay, everyone's paper is here. So I'm just gonna, let's see, so random paper, I'm just gonna pick one. Okay, open it up. So this is what it looks like. Unfortunately, when I put it in here, it didn't want to do the double spacing the right way, and it didn't want to do the indents the right way. So when you're looking at this, this is what it's going to look like. Okay. And the works cited page didn't do the hanging indent like it was supposed to, because I don't know why the website didn't do it this way. But make sure when you're giving feedback and things like that, you still make a note of that, because it is important that you let people know that they need to make sure that it's done on their paper. Okay. Even though they may have already done it on their actual rough drafts, if they submit it to me, just make a note of it. I have no idea what that just said. Just make sure that you make a note of it here, because just to double check, so that they double check themselves. Okay. All right. So on your classroom page, you will see step 12 for peer editing. Okay. I want you to read through the piece that you are assigned twice. Okay. I want you to read through it twice. I want you to read as someone who is the intended reader. So I want you to first read for content, but not for errors. Are you getting the information that you need to get out of the paper? Okay. So peer editors whose only comments are about punctuation, mechanics, or spelling, it may help the writer write a more correct piece of writing, but it still may not be clear or engaging. Okay. So make sure that when you are giving editing advice, that you are talking about the context, not only the grammar and the punctuation. Okay, you're focusing on the context, not just the grammar and the punctuation. All right. Does that make sense? Okay. Avoid fixing the problem. Your role as a peer editor is not to fix problems you find, but to bring them to the writer's attention. Okay. The biggest help you can offer at this point is to point out what works and what doesn't work for you as a reader. Okay. So as the reader, what do you find that is valuable to you or not valuable to you, or what's working for you and what's not working for you, what's confusing and what's not confusing? Okay. Be honest but constructive. I've always said this before. It's like, be honest but constructive. Don't be hateful, don't be mean, don't be rude. Be honest but be tactful. Okay. It can be hard to say what you really think about a piece of writing. It's often tempting to say, looks fine to me, but your writer will learn nothing from the exercise. A good approach is to start by telling the writer what you like and then mention what doesn't work. Be tentative rather than saying, this is really muddled, by trying to say something like, I wasn't completely clear about what this sentence meant. Okay. So instead of saying this stinks, say something else. Okay. You guys good with that? Understand? Okay. Be specific. Try not to make blanket judgments. This is really hard to understand. Or vague statements. Your description here is okay. In favor of specific instances. This list really makes the procedure clear. I think that you need to make this point more clearly. Wherever you can, say what you found, that something worked or did not work. Okay, so this is the form that you will fill out when you do your peer editing. Okay, you're going to put the writer's name and you're going to put your name on here. All right. You will be typing on these pages. Okay. Now, because we don't have the luxury of doing this in person, and I don't have the luxury of printing these out for you and things like that, you are just going to say notes on here like, so is the MLA header correct? So on, and now comment. If you'll notice up here, it actually did put that in there correctly on most of them. So is that correct for them? Okay, did they put that in there correctly? Now comment was really weird on how it puts some of the stuff in here. And then it didn't put this in here on all of them, but make sure you make a note of this on here and say, make sure that you have a recurring page number. All right. make sure that your lines are double spaced when you on your final project, on your final product. Is there any added space that should not be there? Okay, just make sure that you make a note on here that people are checking their spacing. Okay. And then again, make sure that you make a note on here that the paragraphs are left aligned and that paragraphs, I have some of you guys turned in papers that were like centered. Like your paragraphs were all centered, or some of your paragraphs were like, in like they were, hard to explain, like they were almost indented twice and then indented again, as they weren't left aligned. So, so make sure that your paragraphs are left aligned and they are indented. And then again, and then fill in this information here. Okay. Please be thorough while you are reading this information, while you are giving people. I'm not going to give you full points for peer editing if you are not going to give them good advice. If you're not going to give them thorough information. If you're going to go through here and be like, yes, no, sure, okay, whatever. If you're going to do that on someone's paper, then I'm not going to give you the points for peer editing. I'm not going to do it. You have to give them, you have to be the teacher. Okay. So, you have to actually give them feedback that is good and feedback they can use. Okay. In order for me to give you the full points for this assignment, for this part of the research paper, then you have to do the actual feedback for this. Okay. You have to do the work for this. All right. So does that make sense for everybody? Everybody got that? Okay. So, with that being said, now, will you guys go ahead and get into now comment? Because I want to make sure, I want to make sure that you guys can see what you're supposed to be seeing. Now, let me do this. There we go. Let's do that. Oh, good. That's weird. Okay. Okay, so I gotta send an invite to each one. That's fun. Okay. Okay, let me know. Just send me a chat message if you would, and let me know if when you're in there, if you can see some research papers. You should be able to see scholarship essays and research papers. Okay, so I'm getting them invited. I have to do them one by one, so that's fine. So if you can only see 3 right now, that's fine. I'm getting there. Okay, let's make sure that I have all 12 in there. 12 that were, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, good. I got 12. So you should be able to see 12 of them. 12 papers. 12 papers. And they are listed by title. So you're gonna have to open them up in order to see whose is whose. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell you whose you're doing. So you're gonna have to open them up to see whose you're doing, okay? If you did not turn one in, I have not assigned one for you yet to do, okay? So it is what it is. If you haven't turned one in, I haven't assigned one for you to turn in. Or I haven't assigned one for you to grade yet, all right? So, but here's who I have doing each other's. So please make sure that you make a note of this so that you know who's doing what. All right. Okay. Kendall, I have you doing Kayla's. Okay. Just thumbs up that you got that. All right. Thumbs up. Cool. All right. All right. So that one, I'll move my little post-it over there. Nicole, I have you doing Advalin. Okay. Move my post-it over there. Eli, I have you doing Jared. I can't see you, but send me a chat letting me know that you got that. Eli, you got Jared. Okay. Brianna, Bree, are you here? No, you're not. Okay. Bree has Gracie. All right. Jaden, there you are. Jaden, you have Angel. Got that? Jaden, did you? Okay, good. All right. All right. Claudia's not here, but Claudia has Brianna. Gracie has Bailey. Gracie's not here, but she's in class. Gracie has Bailey. Bailey has Claudia. Angel, where are you? Wait, Angel, you have Eli. Angel, good, okay. Advalin, where you? Okay, there you are. You have Jaden. Okay. Jared has Nicole, and Kayla, you have Kendall. Okay. All right. Any questions on that? Any questions on it? Did I miss anybody? I've tried really hard to make sure I was going through like a big circle, and like I missed people all over the place yesterday trying to go in a big circle. Everybody's good? Okay. So if you haven't turned one in, get one turned in, and I will assign you somebody to, and I will assign someone for you. It's not too late to get one turned in and to get someone assigned for you to do. So make sure that you get that done. I will also post the list on Classroom of who's doing what. So that you also have this available to you as well. So, you can make the comments also on Now Comment as well. So that you can make specific comments in specific areas of their, of the essay, similar to what you did last time. So let's see if I open the same one up. So remember last time, if you click on a certain area, you can make a, make a comment on a spot, okay? So I can't delete that, but anyway, you can make a specific comment somewhere if you want to, okay? Also, they've got this changed a little bit now to where you can actually have 2 panes. You can actually change it to where you can have 2 things, 2 sides. So you can actually do it this way if you choose to. So you can have it like this if you want to do it that way. Okay. So make comments, give people feedback so they can see it. I will be watching to see that you're doing all this, to make sure that you're giving good feedback. I will be checking, seeing what feedback you all are leaving, and things like that. But again, just like I said, guys, give good feedback, help each other out. The goal is like I said, not to be mean or hateful to anybody, and not to like just give people like, yeah, that's good, that kind of stuff. You want to give people good feedback. You want to help them out. These are your peers, and it's, we want to help everyone get to a good spot. So, does anyone have any questions about anything? Okay. So I'll be available today from 1 to 2 if you have any questions through Zoom. And I will also have in-person tutoring available today, 1 to 3. It starts today from 1 to 3, in-person tutoring in my room. So if you have any questions, please feel free to come on in, and we'll work together. Otherwise, I will let you all go and you guys can get to it. All right, you guys have a great day. I will see y'all on Thursday. Bye.